What made it important for you to pay homage to a sound system?
Well, it has changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that whole culture. Yesterday I was in London. We did the Red Bull Culture Clash.
Mm-hmm.
And really, if you think about verses really comes from the dancehall, the sound system clash in Jamaica.
Yeah. I'm Shelly Wade, and we're here for an Audacy check-in with Sting and Shaggy at the Hard Rock Hotel here in Times Square, New York City. Welcome to the check-in, guys.
Nice to be here.
Pleasure.
I am so excited about Til A Mawnin. Tell everybody about it.
Well, it's our new single, and it was written by Shaggy, and he has me singing this beautiful, beautiful melody, which I'm very impressed by. Well done. And
This seems like an inside joke here.
no, a melody's my thing. So when someone writes a melody for me, I'm very appreciative. And then Shaggy does his thing.
Yeah, and I understand that this is based on the legendary rhythm, I'm Not Getting Crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like been so many hits on
Yeah,
top of
I
that.
mean,
What made you want to, put your update on it?
Well, you know what? There's a whole cultural story behind that rhythm track, because the producer is a guy by the name of Henry Junja Laws, and the thing is, it's arguable that that dancehall really started with Henry Junja Laws because he was the guy that was making sound system music, and of course, the dancehall that we know started on sound systems, and so a lot of these toasters would toast over these reggae beats that was made by Flabba Holt and Roots Radix and Dean Fraser and all these guys that were produced by Junja Laws. Now you have a lot of big producers that you might know. People might hear about Sly and Robbie, Lee Scratch Perry, Cox and Dodd from Studio One, all these King Jammies, but not a lot of people know about Henry Junja Laws. And if you listen to his catalog of work, you'd be like, oh my God, I know all these songs, And he was the one that really found Yellow Man, became the first dancehall massive global superstar. And this track was from one of Yellow Man's track, I'm Getting Married in the Morning. So, it was almost like a tribute to Junja Laws in a way.
Yeah.
And I'd explained it to Sting, the cultural aspect of it. Of course, he loved the song and loved the melody. And we just went in there and knocked it out. And it's just been very well. I think the main thing he says is that it brings joy.
Oh, it's a joyful song. Everybody who hears it starts to smile, and boy, do we need some of that medicine in the world today, because
we need all
so
the
much
smiles.
unhappiness.
We need all the smiles. And that was the first thing I did. I started smiling when I heard it. It's really groovy. And one of the things I love about it is that although it's new, it's throwback.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's one of the things I love about it. What made it important for you to pay homage to a sound system?
Well, it has changed my life. That whole culture. Yesterday I was in London. We did the Red Bull Culture Clash. And really, if you think about verses really comes from the dancehall, the sound system clash in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And Red Bull has taken it and also taken it further. There's something I argue with, even with the government of Jamaica, to actually put a lot more interest into sound system and sound clashes in Jamaica, because it's a big it's a big entity, and it's being capitalized and monetized by a lot of foreign entities, in which we should be focusing a lot more on it. So I think a song like this that lends to sound system culture also highlights that. So doing culture clashes today was massive. It was a sold out event. A lot of press behind it, and Sting and I had dubs in it. Sting did a dub for Every Breath You Take, and also did Til A Mawnin. So to be in as part of all of that and really grabbing that, and where he was from is from Notting Hill, which is a really Caribbean background.
I lived in Notting Hill Gate for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's pretty cool, and if people know your history, I mean, it's really not, some, foreign concept for you to be doing, reggae and dancehall, because, the Police, you guys were considered like reggae rock, right? Something similar.
Whatever that title meant, whatever we did was out of respect and love.
Yeah.
And homage. But my whole life, living in England, the West Indian community there has been very influential, not just in music and culture, but in every aspect of British life. So, I was brought up with calypso in the 50s, and then ska, and then blue beat, and then rocksteady, and then, Bob Marley and reggae. It just seemed to be easy to assimilate for me anyway.
If you would allow me, one of the things I think about often when I think about the Police's Roxanne and Eddie Murphy doing Roxanne in 48 hours. Thank you for allowing me to ask you this.
Classic.
Have you ever met Eddie? I can't remember if I've seen you with Eddie before, but did you guys talk about?
Yes, we did.
Please share with us.
I thanked him because every time he did that, I made some money, because hey, keep singing that, brother. Keep singing that line.
Yeah. It was classic. I can't think. I mean, first of all, already a great song, but I can't think about it without tying it in to Eddie Murphy singing it in 48 hours.
I just realized that this is another thing that's crazy. You and I have an Eddie Murphy thing in common.
What?
Because Eddie sang yours and Wasn't Me was written from Raw from Eddie Murphy.
From Raw. Yes, you're so right about that.
And I saw Eddie in Nassau and went up to him and was like, I told him the whole story. I said, yo, I got this from Raw. And he says, yeah, really? Yeah. I said, yeah, that bit you did on there. And that's how I got the idea to write It Wasn't Me. And he looks at me and said, well, you owe me royalties.
There you go, see?
I'm surprised he didn't already realize that, because as soon as I heard It Wasn't Me, I thought about Eddie's Raw bit.
The whole idea came from me watching that.
So he's the missing link between Shaggy and
you guys need, it doesn't need just to be a duo. You need to bring Eddie in. A whole group. And you guys keep coming back with your collabs. What makes, because you guys both make collaborations very important with other artists in your careers, but you keep coming back to each other. What's that about?
This one is very important to both of us. We really enjoy each other's company, and making music together is kind of a side effect of that.
Yeah.
So that keeps going. We're playing together a gig on Thursday down in Florida, and it'll just keep going.
Reggae Rise Up. Yeah.
Until he crosses me.
Til A Mawnin, you guys, I'm so honored to be sitting here speaking with Sting and Shaggy. You guys make sure you check out their amazing new song, Til A Mawnin. Just as Sting said, it makes you smile. It's real smooth. It's new, but it's also throwback. Thanks for checking in with Audacy. We love you guys.
Much love. Yeah, man.